August 15th, 1947. Millions of people have converged on the Red Fort to witness the first moments of a sovereign India. But hundreds of miles away in Uttar Pradesh, the village school isn't cheering a new government. They are chanting for a 19-year-old boy who never made it to the finish line. A piece of evidence from his final night remained, a crumpled, stained letter, unfolded 5 years prior by hands covered in soil. The message inside is short. If I don't return, don't cry. Your son is winning India. To grasp the weight of those lines, we must look at the specific conditions of 1942 that turned a rural farmer into his own executioner. In August 1942, the Quit India movement began, demanding the immediate withdrawal of British colonial forces. The call for civil disobedience transformed the country into a landscape of constant, unorganized protest. The British response was a massive deployment of armed patrols, turning every public square and bank into a military checkpoint. This created an environment where silence meant safety and participation meant a high probability of death. By 1942, the stakes of resistance had shifted from political protest to physical survival. Veer Pratap spent his days as a laborer in these fields, part of a landscape that gave no outward indication of the conflict. But the rural resistance required a courier network, volunteers who could move instructions between villages while avoiding the main roads. Veer became a nocturnal link in this chain, navigating the terrain under total blackout conditions. His mother lived with the knowledge that a single patrol encounter would likely be fatal for her son. He argued that current fear was the primary obstacle to the liberty of the people who would come after him. This was a decision to prioritize the movement's long-term survival over his own future. During a heavy rainstorm, a tip from an informant brought a British patrol to the revolutionaries' hideout. With the regional leadership trapped inside, the movement faced total collapse if the patrol moved in. Veer realized he was the only member of the group who could draw the patrol away, stepping directly into the light of their lanterns. Under questioning, he refused to provide the names of his companions, telling the officer that while he would die, his country would remain. The gunfire that followed ended his life, but it allowed the infrastructure of the local rebellion to vanish into the night. The very next morning, the local village found Veer in the thick mud, still holding the tricolor flag. The letter in his pocket stated his belief that his death was not a loss, but the act of winning India. The artifact serves as a record of the specific trade Veer made, a personal life for a national result. When those school children chant his name in 1947, they are acknowledging the specific distraction that kept their local leaders alive. The independence of 1947 was the culmination of thousands of these individual choices, teenagers who decided that their own lives were the necessary price for a sovereign future.